All new at 10, a Jefferson County grand jury has indicted the national president of a notorious outlaw motorcycle gang on human trafficking charges. Michael Cupp of Baytown is a founding member and president of the Brothers East Outlaw motorcycle gang. According to court documents, Cupp and a woman worked together to take a victim to multiple cities, including Beaumont, Houston, and Dallas, to commit sex acts. He faces multiple charges, including promotion of prostitution.
I'm Makayla Tomlinson. I am the alleged victim of the Mikey Cupp situation. And I was explaining how it went because the way the Fed said it is not how it went. This is my interview on Chatting with Stacks.
Welcome to this episode of Chatting with Stacks. I'm your host, Bill Stacks, and today I got Makayla.
And I left Megan sleeping in a car in a parking lot that night.
Oh, so she was waiting for you in a parking lot.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. So she probably freaked out when you didn't show back up, right? Or call or anything?
Yes. She was messaging me. She was messaging the dude I was with.
So where did you go from there?
I was like really bad off. So I told the dude straight up, I was like, look, I don't want to go home to my family like this. I was so small. I was disgusting looking. Like I was strung out. I was like, I want to get clean and sober before I go home. I literally left with nothing but my purse and the clothes on my back. And he kept me for 10 days at his house, fed me, literally replaced all of my clothes, took care of me. And then on the 10th day, he brought me home.
So you went home to your family.
Mm-hmm.
And so how long do you stay with your family until you go hang out with Mikey Cupp?
I don't think I hung out with Mikey after I came home very much. I was just kind of like, I didn't really hang out with a lot of people. I was just kind of like trying to, rewire my brain back to like normal society.
So when did he bring you on these trips? While you were with this girl, or like?
Oh no. This was
I'm trying to think of the timeline and put the timeline together.
This was before I ever was trafficked or anything.
Oh, the Mikey Cupp thing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so you being around Mikey Cupp and going on these trips was way before you got trafficked. So why would they even suck him into the trafficking scheme?
Because, they want the big prize. They want to be able to say, I did this or I did this. And I just think it's really fucked up what they're trying to do.
Did the police ever come to you and ask you to make a statement against Mikey Cupp?
Yes, they did. Actually, the feds did.
What did they say to you?
Well, they asked me to tell them what happened. So I told them what happened. And then, like, to me, it seemed like they kept trying to get me to point the blame at Mikey. And I just kept telling them, I was like, no, that's not true. Like, that's not how it happened. I was like, I already told you what happened. I don't understand why you're trying to get me to change what I have said. And actually, recently, I just spent 2 weeks in jail because I got arrested for a warrant I got back 7 months ago. I went to Liberty County, and the second Liberty County got me booked in, I got pulled to the back by DPS, and he was like, would you like to talk to me about Mikey? I was like, no, thank you. I would like my lawyer. And he was they're constantly just trying to get me to change my story.
Because you've had the same story this whole time.
Yes, sir.
So are you willing to go in front of a jury or the courtroom and testify about that he had no part in this trafficking thing?
Absolutely.
And is it true that he had no part in this trafficking thing?
Yes, sir.
Now, after you go home, how long until she gets arrested, and how long until Mikey gets arrested?
She got arrested. I'm trying to think.
And did you go to the police about her trafficking you?
No. So they were outside my house watching, and I was with my boyfriend and his best friend at the time, which they're also in the club. And the people I was living with, her husband is also in the club, and she's an old lady. So, which this is really crazy too, because they try to make this seem like something it wasn't as well. I was just outside in the yard playing with the little dog. They were talking. They went over there to pick up the trash from our house because the landlord had left like all the cleaning trash and stuff from when he was getting the house ready outside. So they came, dropped off my best friend's husband's motorcycle, picked up the trash, and then my boyfriend, he was like, "Are you coming with me?" I was like, "Yeah, I want to." Like, I was going to spend the night at his house. I was like, "Yeah, I'll come with you." Well, we get into the car. I'm telling you, we don't even make it 3 minutes down the road, and we get pulled over. And I knew I had a warrant. I knew I was going to jail. Got put in the back of the cop car, and then gang task force shows up. They confiscate my phone, my boyfriend's phone, his work phone, his friend's phone, all that. And then when they get me to the Baytown Police Department, they pull me into an investigation room where I tell them all about Megan and yada, yada, yada. And then really, the FBI agent, he was getting aggravated with me, slamming doors, like aggressively being aggressive with the chairs. Like, he was really upset because I wouldn't say it was Mikey doing it.
So the trafficking thing happens before you meet the boyfriend.
Well, we had talked before for a little bit, and then we had been broken up for a month or two at that point when it started.
Yeah, tell me about when you first meet the boyfriend and then the trafficking thing, because I'm trying to put together the whole timeline. Okay. So you're around the club, right?
Yes.
When this trafficking thing is going on, is that when you go on the trip with Mikey, or is it before the trafficking thing is happening?
The trip with Mikey was before the trafficking thing.
When you went with Mikey on the trip, did you ever have sex for money on that trip?
Not at all. It was just a purely get out of the house weekend fun trip.
But they're trying to make it seem like Mikey brung you to different states to traffic you for sex with people for money.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Now, you meet the boyfriend around the club when you're around the club with Mikey?
Specifically not with Mikey, but I met him at his friend's house. My best friend had brought me to his friend's house, and then he seen me, and then like we started texting like a week or two later, and it kind of just went from there. And then we had a little disagreement, and then we broke up, and then a couple months later is when I started going with Megan.
And then so she takes you away from everybody.
Yes.
And this guy's still in the club, right?
Yes.
Mikey's doing his thing. Your ex-boyfriend is in the club. She brings you out to do all this stuff with these men. Does she ever bring you out of state to sleep with men?
Yes.
How many times?
It was to Louisiana, and honestly, I don't even remember the amount of times, but it was quite a bit.
And did you ever have any experiences with any of these men, like where they would help you or anything like that?
I mean, yeah, I would consider it that, because I really didn't.
You didn't want to do this ever, right?
No, I didn't.
It's not like you were enjoying it and getting money for it.
No.
Now, is there any crazy situations that happen while she would bring you to these men?
There is one situation that the feds already know about, and it was talked about, and they have already seen the proof for. She made me go in this dude's house. She made me sleep with him. She actually made me steal one of his guns, allegedly.
What?
Yeah.
So she walk me through that day.
Okay, so it was late at night, and I go and she takes me to this dude's house. It's like the rural country, like there's literally hardly anything around there. And she tells me to go in there. She like wants me to rob him, which I'm not comfortable with that. That's not me. I don't like doing that. You know, I like to work for what I have. I mean, not in that sense. I did not like to work for what I had back then.
Rob him. She wanted you to rob him. How?
Kind of like in a sneaky, unknown way.
Yeah.
You know, while they're in a different room, look and see what they have. Yada yada yada. And then well, I told because she made me call her that day, and she put herself on mute. Well, she was also texting me at the time, and she heard him talking about his guns. Well, that day she wanted me to leave the house with that gun, and I did. Yes.
What kind of gun was it?
I think it was a 45.
So you get back in the car and you just hand her the gun?
Mm-hmm.
And that's it. She has the gun from then on?
Mm-hmm. Well, until we get pulled, because the dude reported it stolen. Like a week or two later, we get pulled over, and which this makes no sense to me, I almost got arrested for it. They put me in handcuffs, put me in the back of the car, because when we got pulled over, she made me put it in my bag. Yeah.
Of course she did.
So,
would she do that to you a lot and make you hold the drugs and the money, or like would she make you hold things?
I was never allowed to hold the money, but the drugs and like all that other stupid shit, yes.
She'd make you hold it all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Did you have a lot of times where you would be pulled over?
Not really. I think we only ever gotten pulled over twice. The one time for the methamphetamine charge, and then the second time for the gun.
Now, what happens when you get pulled over with the gun?
Well, they arrested me for like 5 minutes and then let me go.
And what did they do with the gun?
They took it. They confiscated it.
They didn't charge you with stealing it from the guy? Is she charged with that now?
No.
Wow, that's a bad charge.
Yeah.
Especially bringing a gun over state lines. Not good.
No.
You get back with your boyfriend, right? You leave her. You get back with your boyfriend. Does she ever reach out to you?